Okay, so this is going to be the most comprehensive video I've ever done and I've ever given away. These are my literal exact systems that I ran last year in 2023 and that we run to this day, but I built this from the ground up by myself. It's never been revealed in full anywhere except here. The exact systems that I've run to scale my agency to $100,000 months in 150 days. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's look at this. So here, the exact outbound system I use to scale my agency to 100K months in 150 days. That's in 5 months. Yours free, okay? So first of all, to look at this, here, this is a screenshot of the Wave dashboard, which I'll pull up. And we started in March, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months to cross to $100,000 months, okay? And we will pull it up on screen now. I will refresh it for you guys so you see it's live. And we'll do the 24-month view. But I always do this on my YouTube and everything, so you guys see that all this stuff is backed up and verified. So, but we don't even need to zoom in. We do the last 24 months. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we got 00. This was from rebelfit.io, leftover payment. So we got here. So March we started, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. August we crossed 100K. This was all of this, what I'm going to show you guys, done manually by me. Okay? So if you guys want success, and if you're just starting out, or if you want to add this as a revenue channel, or you want to know how to use, we use Instagram. Okay, so you know, this is all on Instagram. And we have very clean systems here that you will just be able to scale, increase the volume, get the output that you want, that you desire, provided you put the right input in, and we go from there. Okay? So at the highest level, this is what the systems are. The highest level here, okay, is you get yourself on Instagram, first and foremost. And then you message all your leads who are also on Instagram. And it doesn't matter what business you're doing, everyone's on Instagram to some degree, okay? And they book a call. This is what you're doing at the highest level possible. You get on Instagram, you message your leads, and they book a call, okay? If we get more granular, okay, so let's zoom in a little bit. To get more granular, you get yourself on Instagram across mass duped profiles, okay? So you're not just running one profile, you're running many profiles. They're all copies. You message your leads across all those profiles, all right? And you use the 2-step video warm-up Loom method, which is a mouthful. I think this is a placeholder. But what that means is you say, hey guys, I made you a Loom video personalized to you about your store and how you can do X. Would you like to see it? And everyone who says yes, you then go and film the Loom video for them the next day. Okay, and it shows them that you care, they get to see your face, they start to connect a little bit with you, and later on, much later on, you can automate this, okay? But for now, at the start, how I did this was all manual, okay? And after they see that video, they will book a call, but you have to do significant follow-ups, okay? The whole game is played in follow-ups, and I will show all these tabs you see open on screen, I will go through right now, except this 69, that doesn't matter. This is all ready for us that we're gonna go through in this video, so it's all for us, okay? Plus apps that I'm gonna open as well, all right? So, people book calls after follow-ups. So follow-ups are very important, and I will show hard statistics about that here in the Instagram outreach sheet that we used in 2023, okay? And then for hard numbers and KPIs for you guys, what you expect to do, okay? To get yourself on IG, one profile can do 15 to 35 cold DMs a day. So on a single profile, you can outbound to 15 to 35 people, leads, businesses a day, okay? And I'm gonna be talking about this training from the perspective of you guys are running an AI marketing agency, okay? Because that's the best offer there is. But everything here was built off the shittiest offer there is, which is a social media marketing agency, which is, hey, we're gonna run ads for your e-com store, right? And these are the systems that, when I was running that offer, right, allowed us to scale to 100K months. Running ads for your e-com store, which has been done since 2016. It's the most boring, plain, vanilla, like horrible offer. And it got us in 5 months to 100K, right? So when you guys dangle AI in front of them, it's gonna be so much better, okay? But these are the systems and they're very clean, they're very good, right? So one profile can do 15 to 35 cold DMs a day. You want at minimum 10 profiles, so you do some decent volume. So 10 profiles times 10, you're doing 150 to 350 cold DMs a day, okay? So you're messaging between 150 and 350 new people every single day, right? That's getting yourself on Instagram, okay? You message your leads and you use the message that I give you, right, as a template, obviously, so you modify it so it's not plagiarized completely, but I'll show you exactly the one I used. And you use the two-step video warm-up Loom method, which is a horrible mouthful name, so it's literally just a placeholder for this video, which is, again, the 2 steps are going to be, I will draw them for you. Okay, because when I was talking about it here, I didn't explain 2 steps. The 2 steps are going to be, you say, hey guys, I have a Loom for you, personalized. Then they say, okay. Then you film that video and this is video 1, and you send it to this person, okay? And if they watch it, right, so they watch it, and then they book a call, then the next step is, before their call, this is the call, coming up, okay, you send them video 2, which is a longer video, which is basically your sales pitch. So everyone who watches this video, when they come on the call, they are pre-sold, okay, and ready to buy. And then your sales calls are so much easier. Okay, because everyone gets it wrong. The most difficult thing as a beginner for your agency is not how to find leads, or not how to write the perfect cold email, or not how to do the right outbound message, or not like anything like that. It's how to sell the people who get on the fucking call. Okay, and every beginner is going to suck at this, and even people who run agencies suck at this, and they want to give it away to salespeople. Now, you got to learn how to do sales yourself. This is so important. Sales are going to be a skill that you need forever. Okay, but when you dangle AI marketing stuff in front of them, they're gonna flock to it like bees to shit and flies to honey. Okay, so this is a 2-step. Video 1, first step. Video 2, second step. That's what I was talking about. That's it. Okay, but this whole training is about the outbound method, so we're gonna talk about the outbound method. Right? So you message the leads, use the message I give you, and then you modify them for plagiarism, and then you use this Loom method, okay? And then they book a call, okay? And to make sure that they book a call, you have to do follow-ups. So you do 3 follow-ups, and this is based on hard data across tens of thousands of outbound messages last year in the first couple months, okay? 3 follow-ups, that's where all the efficiency is. That's where you get all the bookings, and like cold DM, and then follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3. We were doing way more at the start, and then we realized that all these are useless. After we had enough numbers in, again, tens of thousands of data points, showed us that these were useless, and it was just here that mattered. Cold DM, first follow-up, second follow-up, third follow-up, okay? And then that increases efficiency of the systems when you know that, when you have that data. I'm giving you that data, so there you go, right? And then for every Loom sent, for every person who actually asks you to make a video, and you make that fucking video for them, you follow up with them, every other day for an entire fucking month. Because why would you not? If they actually said, yes, please make me a video, and you make the video and you send them once, why would you just leave it there? You will follow up with them for a whole fucking month, every other day, until you get some response. Okay, so those are the systems. That's what I'm going to teach you how to run right now in this video. So let's get into it. Okay, let's run it. So, number 1, what the hell happened here? You get yourself on Instagram, okay? So, this is how you do it. You have to make 1 properly primed profile. And what I mean by properly primed profile is it's an Instagram profile that serves as the template model for all the others you will create later on, okay? So, 1 properly primed profile, it does not have to be fancy. It just has to pass like the bare minimum standards of acceptability, right? A few pictures of you, so they actually know what you look like and they realize it's a person, okay? A few technical pictures of some AI stuff because you're an AI marketing agency after all, okay? And that's good enough. So here's an example of my Instagram profiles that I use for Boom Boom Creatives to scale this, and that I'm using to this day for this offer still, which we're still actually running, okay? So here it is. The big reveal. We were running hundreds of accounts like this. They look like shit, right? Like these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the top 6 videos at the top looks like hot trash, okay? But I didn't care, right? Because we just plugged in more accounts and made them all look like this, and that was good enough. And let's go over, so here you go, right? Magic sauce, secret sauce, ta-da, here you go. That's what the accounts look like. It's not super professional, it's not super great, but it shows that there's a fucking human behind it. So it's Edward messaging the person, right? Even though it wasn't. But, so let's go again. Okay, we can close Wave. So let's go over the key points of the profile. So we have username. I'll write this down. Okay, we have username. We have the name. We have the bio. We have the profile pic. We have followers. Okay, you have to buy some followers to make sure there's something on the account. Okay, I was buying between 1,000 and 2,000. They're super cheap. Okay, and I'll show you where I was buying them from and all this. Even says right here, SMM Dino, my favorite. They're Portuguese, so you have to use Google Translate for some stuff. Some of it's in English, but they're the best quality / price that I've found. I've tried dozens of these SMM, social media market, I don't know, whatever, these profiles. Okay, this is my favorite one, and I'm going to give you guys a link down below. Right, and 15 posts. So let's go back to my profile and make sure it's properly primed. All right, so first of all, the first thing critique I would give is why the hell do you have 6 videos up top, all the same rooms, like 1, 2, 3 different videos, or 1, 2, 3 different videos with different fucking lighting? Don't do this, okay? But all the rest checks out. Username, Edward Air Boom Boom Ads. Boom Boom Creatives is my agency. Edward Air is my name. Ads is what we do. Username checks out. Okay, that's done. Name, here, Edward, right? And then space, and then this bar, and then space, and then the username. That's all. Okay, so name checks out. Bio, it says in one sentence what I actually do. There were many variations of this. You can go to ChatGPT and write one and say, hey, make me like 20 different variants of this same bio. Let me build and implement a supercharged TikTok strategy for your brand. That's it. So when someone visits this profile, they actually know what I'm doing. I'm doing TikTok ads. It's TikTok strategy for brands. And then this isn't a link because on these profiles, you can't have links, but it's just an arrow pointing to your agency URL or wherever you want to send them. Okay. That's bio, checked off. Profile pic has to be a picture of you. Okay. Because people connect to people. Right? You're messaging them as Edward, or I was messaging them as Edward. You're messaging them as you. So make sure the profile pic is a picture of you. Okay? Next, followers. I already talked about this, between 1 and 2,000. Okay? If you're short on funds, but it's like 35 cents per 1,000 followers. Stick with 1,000. If you have a little bit, like 35 cents more per profile, or 60 cents more, $1 more, whatever it costs, go for 2. Okay? I've never, ever bought more. Because this is just people, if like they see a cold DM from you, they're like, okay, and they read the cold DM, they're like maybe somewhat interested in what you said, right? And then they just want to see who's this guy, and they click the profile, and they're gonna check it for like half a second. They're gonna see here, and they're just gonna scroll through this, and like, okay, it's this guy. And what does he do? Okay, he has some followers. Yeah, it's Edward. Everything's consistent. Everything's coherent. Okay, yeah, cool. It's a real person. That's all, right? They're not gonna go in depth and look at all these fucking posts and see what's over here. Like, there's one video here. This one where I'm talking but there's no audio. Video has no sound, and I didn't know this until this year. So like, right? Doesn't matter. It's like at a glance it looks legit and it looks real enough that there's a person behind us and this person's talking to them. That's all. That's the bar you have to pass, and it's not a very high bar, and you pass it by making sure username is how I showed you. Okay, name is how I showed you. Bio is how I showed you. Profile pic is you. Followers 1 to 2K, and 12 posts like this, which are interspersed you. Okay, and in the caption you can write about whatever. And this was like I was writing this. Okay, but now you can use AI. So pictures of you, and then some pictures of stuff you're doing. So here I was showing some ads, right? Ad stuff, because this is a TikTok ads agency. Okay, ad stuff. Okay. And then this, all right? Reels. Okay, so these also showed up as reels. That's it. That's literally it, right? Because remember, you're gonna be messaging local business owners. They're not very tech savvy. So if they see a profile that has 1 to 2,000 followers, that's more than they have, they're not gonna check if the followers are Indian or not, okay? Or Portuguese or not, or whatever the hell they are, okay? So that's it. Those are the key points of the profile. Keep it simple, all right? So once, and again, you're making one to start. So once you're satisfied that your one profile looks like a human is behind it, okay? AKA you are the brand, okay? Like it or not, that's today's world. Doesn't matter if you're fat, skinny, beautiful, ugly, handsome, whatever. People will connect to you, okay? And you have to show them that you're actually the one behind the account and you're the one messaging them. And only once you've done this to a satisfactory degree, which is what I showed you how to do, okay, you can move on to the next step. And if you want, you can get a friend's criticism on this, or better, get someone who's not a friend to just critique it, someone you just know online maybe, because they can be harsher, okay? Because I've seen this so many times. Like this seems like it's so like obvious and stupidly like simple to understand and get across. But I have so many of my students try to hide between generic like professional posts, like they make this fake facade that they're this like huge company and they like post like corporate stuff and like no, it has to be you. Okay, these profiles are running to this day, scaling the agency to what I showed you guys before I closed Wave. Okay, so has to be you. That's all that matters. All my profiles look like this. Okay, so it makes things much simpler. And then once you have one that's good, right? Once this is checked off and good, okay, you're gonna make 9 more Instagram profiles. And as a beginner, you can have as many of them on your phone as possible. Okay, because when you create accounts on phone and run them on phone, it gives the highest trust score to the actual account. It means less bans, less restrictions, higher limits on how many people you can DM, all this. Okay, so how you're gonna do this is, okay, so how are you gonna do this? If you have old phones, and again, literally like who doesn't, you're gonna boot all them up, okay? And you're going to set your main mobile phone, so like this one, my main phone, right, my Pixel 8, that has a SIM card in it. You're gonna turn Wi-Fi off, you're gonna have data from the mobile phone, and you're gonna tether it, okay? And from that tether, because that tether gives your other phones that connect to that network a mobile IP, which has the highest trust score, from each of those other phones, you're gonna make accounts there. So let's say you have phone 1 and you have phone 2, your old phone. On this old phone, you're gonna boot it up, start it up. It doesn't have a SIM card, doesn't need a SIM card. All you're gonna do is over here, hotspot, okay? Your mobile network, not your Wi-Fi network, your mobile network. And then you're gonna turn airplane mode on and off every time you switch phones. Because when you turn airplane mode on and off on this phone, it resets the IP, which gives you a fresh mobile IP. So Instagram doesn't link that it's the same person, right? Magic. Okay, so on your second phone, you're gonna open up Instagram, you're gonna connect through Wi-Fi on here to this Tether hotspot, but this Tether hotspot is getting internet from the data on this SIM card, okay? It's very simple, actually. That's all it takes for Instagram to now think that this phone is on a mobile network, which gives it a very high trust score, which allows you to make new accounts. Okay, so when you make accounts on your new phones, and as of now, as of November 2024, Instagram allows 5 accounts per phone. Okay, so this is why I'm saying you're gonna make 9 accounts, because you're gonna have 5 on your first phone and 5 on your second. Okay, or 9 extra accounts, so 10 total accounts. Okay, now for people who are a little bit impatient to do that, or have a little bit of money to spare, you can buy accounts on different places, like Accounts Market, or 2ZU. I'll show you guys here. So if you go to here, accountsmarket.com, right? You go homepage, and then you go to Instagram here, and you're gonna look at them all. Okay, and this is how you judge which ones you should try. Okay, so first of all, before when I started this, Aged was doing really well, so I was always getting Aged accounts, but like Aged, whatever, this many months, not very good. I was getting like old ones from 2010s, it's like 2015, 2016, etc. Now they're out of stock. Doesn't matter, because Aged don't work very well anymore. You want accounts that are warmed up by having some activity on them, so that when you start using them, it will not flag in Instagram's algorithm that, oh my god, this account that was latent for 10 years is suddenly active, and then they block you, because I think a hacker got it, right? So these with followers over here are going to be the strongest available on this page, okay? Because with followers, if you have 100 followers, follow, mutual follow, and bots, it means that these accounts that you're going to buy, for example this, okay, verified by SMS, email included, original, avatars added to profile, these will be okay to buy, right? And they cost $4 each, right? That's why I said if you have a bit of money. So what you want to do when you're buying accounts is you don't go here and buy 10 all at once, because you're going to blow 50 bucks on this, and when you log into the first one, it's going to get banned right away. You're like, oh shit, I bought bad accounts. I want to buy one, test it, and then see if it's good. And if it's good, then you buy 2 or 3 more. And if they're all good, then you can start bulk buying, because there's different sellers over here always. So these 384 pieces come from, I don't know, seller 1, who, like, this is the seller. Whoever is selling this is someone else, like this is the seller. Okay, whoever is selling this is someone else, so this is the seller, right? So even if they have very similar descriptions, if they come from different sellers, they're gonna have different health scores and all of this. That's why you just buy one, always you test it. If it's good, then you buy 2 or 3 more. If they're all good, then you can start buying in bulk in pieces of 10 or 20. Okay, so that's how you do that. Okay, I use accounts market, good, good. And yeah, so that's how you judge accounts that have decent health and how you judge for yourself. But this always changes. Okay, so I'm recording this November 2024. All right, there you go. So the most up-to-date info is going to be probably the school, well, not probably, it's going to be there because the school community is active community of people who are actually doing this. So you'll have the most active, up-to-date info there. Okay, and there's a link to that obviously going to be below. But again, this is what we're doing here. The other place you can buy it is this one, Z2U, or 2ZU, whatever, I was confused. Z2U, all right? You go to z2u.com and you search for Instagram. Okay, and then you go Instagram accounts, not game service, but accounts. And there's 2,300 sellers. Okay, and then the best thing to do instead of looking through all of these manually is you just search for warm. And here we go. We have 5 different sellers who have warmed up accounts, and warmed up accounts are accounts that are active and they've been used on phone so that when you get it and you start using it and you start doing actions and stuff on the account, Instagram won't ban you because it's been active. Okay, so again, I have not bought from any of these sellers, so I cannot recommend any of them. I don't know which one is good, but you each have to follow the same strategy. Buy one, right? Test it. If it's good, you buy 2 or 3 more, test them. If they're still good, then you can start buying in bulk. Okay, and also you have to see how many units they have and all of this. All right, but that's how you can do it there. And honestly, I would always do warm up. Okay, you always do warm up. If you're buying the accounts yourself, or you're getting them from, sorry, if you're making the accounts yourself, or you're getting them from something like Z2U or Accounts Market, you always do warm up on them. You can't begin blasting your cold DMs with no limits because IG will quickly ban you. So this is the warm-up process that we use to this day that I wrote last year that I made up, and it works very well. So let's go in and see what it is. Okay. So, and I have this sheet open as well for you guys here, and we'll go through this sheet so we can even do it. How to warm up Instagram accounts. So here, see, real live sheet. Well, let's go back to Miro just because it's there. Okay, new account plan, 3-day warm-up phase. So when you get the account on your phone, or you make an account on your phone, okay, for the first 3 days, 3 times a day, you log in and you interact just a little bit, just tiny little pokes and touches with celebrity accounts, big brand accounts like Nike, Adidas, I don't know, Shakira, whoever, okay? And you do 3 to 5 likes, 5 to 10 story views, 2 follows, 3 times a day, okay? And the reason it's written out like this is just because, like, so you can follow it in the morning, midday, night. Okay, you just do a little bit more on day 2 than on day 1, and you do a little bit more on day 3 than on day 2. And that's your 3-day initial warm-up phase. And then on day 4, right, which is, we'll call it day 0 of starting after this, right, because there's 3-day warm-up phase, and there's starting messaging phase. So on day 0, you'd send out 5 DMs to leads, okay, 5 cold DMs, and you don't follow them, okay. On day 1, you do 5 DMs to 5 different leads and you follow them. So you follow them first, then you send DM. Because if you follow them and send a cold DM, they see, oh, this person followed me. And then when they see you like in their inbox, even if it's in spam, there's a connection because they've seen you before once. So you always want to follow and then DM, follow and then DM, follow and then DM. Okay. Day 2, 10 times. Day 3, 15 times. Day 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 times each. You only start doing follow-up. Okay, your follow-up messages. So follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3 on day 5. Okay? And then this is the first week. This is week 1. Okay? This is week 1 of starting messaging phase. Okay? Week 2 is 20 a day. Week 3 is 30 a day. And then week 4, week 3, you can probably go to 35. Okay, you can probably push some accounts up to 50 a day, but I like staying below the limit because then there's just less risk of bans. Because if you push 50 a day and you can do it for 4 days, on the 5th day you get banned, versus if you stick to 35 or 30 and you can do it forever with no bans, what's better for you long term? Obviously, sticking to more accounts doing 30 than having to deal with, you know, all this warm up all over again. Okay, so there you go. And there's a very cool note here saying at the bottom. Okay. On day 5, Japheth, who was working with us, can go in and do all the follow-up. So this, okay. Now, there's no restrictions on how many follow-up messages you can do to threads that already exist in your inbox. So that's why you can do literally unlimited follow-up on Instagram. And it's still true to this day, okay? I don't think that'll ever change because I've been doing cold DM on Instagram since 2020, and it's always been like this. And we've gone through 2 election cycles now, and Instagram security goes up significantly around the US election always. So literally right now is the harshest time because November 4th, and in 2020 it was the same thing. And there were never any limits on follow-ups. So how many messages you can send to people who you've already sent a cold DM to. And that's very good for you to know because when you start sending looms, you're doing 15 follow-ups to every single person, okay? And when you send the cold DM, you just do 3 follow-ups. We were here when I wrote this, right? No restrictions. We were doing way more than 3 follow-ups on the first cold DM because we didn't know. Okay, we didn't have the data, so we were collecting data, and there was no problem, there was no extra restrictions, okay? So, that's the first piece, pretty much covered, all right? So this is how you get yourself on IG, and this is what you do on IG, okay? Then, so here's how you make the accounts, what we went over, okay? How you make the account, how you properly prime the account, all right? Once you're satisfied it looks like a human, then you make 10 accounts total that are clones of this first account, right? You can make them yourself, or you can buy them, and then you start warming them up, all right? And if you're watching this video and you start a list today, you have 3 days to warm up, and on day 4, you're gonna message, okay? So on day 4, you need leads to message, and that is going to be our next part, okay? So here we go. Number 2, you message your leads, right? Because remember the overview of the system? You get yourself an IG, you message your leads, they book a call. Okay, so we're on part 2, they message your leads. So first of all, you're gonna source your leads. Now, I'm gonna talk about it on a high level here, and I'll show you one method, and then there'll be another video just underneath this one that'll go in depth on different ways of sourcing leads because it's a little bit complex if you really wanna get into it. But I'm gonna show you a very strong method right now, okay? So, let's say you are targeting, because with your AI marketing agency, you're targeting lead gen businesses, so businesses that rely on leads, because there's 2 types of businesses: lead gen businesses who rely on leads, people coming in, and then there's product-based businesses which sell products to people, so they don't care about leads. The split is 66% of businesses are leads-based, and then 33 are product-based. So we focus on the 66, okay? So here's what you do. You Google search with this term in it. And if you don't know this trick by now, I mean, everyone should know this, but site:instagram.com will be the fastest and easiest way to find local businesses that you can sell your AMA services to. Okay, I was going to say AI marketing agency services. It's going to be the fastest, easiest way to sell your AI marketing agency services to. Okay, so example, HVAC, New Mexico, site:instagram.com. Example, Realtor, Hawaii, site:instagram.com. Example, Dentist, Florida, site:instagram.com. Okay, so obviously the structure here is the lead you want, okay, the location they're in, and you can go more granular. You can do city, you can do state, you can do county, whatever, and site:instagram.com. All right, so let's just, to show you guys how to do this, let's actually do the first one. Okay, so let's do this one. HVAC, New Mexico. So if we open Google, we do HVAC, New Mexico, site:instagram.com, which I searched before this call. This video, okay? We're gonna scroll down, and we have HVAC companies on Instagram.com, Attached Sunyan, Number One Plumber, Daniel's HVAC, Home Run Plumbing, etc., etc., okay? And the cool thing with Google is your local results are gonna be different from mine, so different people will have different results here, right? So this is how you find Instagram accounts, right? Now, you don't wanna manually fucking copy all these. It's gonna be a nightmare, especially if you're trying to message, 350 a day. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, you can use this. There's a custom search engine at the bottom of this page to search Instagram directly. So if you just use the search engine on this page and type your terms, so I don't know, it's like chiropractor in Vancouver. Okay, you can search chiropractor Vancouver and it'll spit out all results on Instagram for you magically. So there you go, if you wanna use that. How you extract the leads is to use this. On Chrome, Google Search Results Scraper. Okay, here it is. Google Search Results Scraper, and there's a link down below to it, and you add it to Chrome, okay? And it's this beautiful thing, little extension, this one, here we go, okay? That you just say export to Excel automatically, And then collect results from current page only. Well, it'll go through all of them. Let's let it go. We'll press collect search results. And it runs. Okay. So we're going to let it run for a bit. Okay, cool. That was quick. So let's save it to... Okay, let's set it right here. And let's open it. Boom. Okay, so here they are. Here's what you get. You have the source, okay, search URL, you have the title, you have the link, you have the little snippet, and if any of them have an email, you also get the email, because I guess this was based for lead gen. How many results do we get? We got, in one search, took us half a minute, we got 230. Okay. Now, how many of them are dupes? We don't know. You will have some duplicates, but whatever, we filter that later. All we have to do is you can take all of this and copy it, and then we go back and we go to ChatGPT. Okay, and we paste it in, and I'm going to say extract the IG usernames from this data. And you're going to paste it in. Oh, we don't want to paste the picture. Okay, there you go. Probably would have been better if I just did that. Oh, wait, I'm going to stop it. This is going to be helpful. Put them in a code box. Boom. You have your leads, right? Okay, so I guess put all of them from the first extraction. Do it over in the code box. Okay, anyway. And it's going to go and go and go and go and go. And then when it stops, because it runs out of whatever, you're going to say keep going. You say keep going. Keep going. Okay, if it ever stops. So keep going. It keeps going. And I just stopped it because I typed the prompt in, so it stopped it, but it keeps going. Okay, so whatever. That's how you do it. That's how you source leads. Okay, so let's erase all this so it's cleaner. Okay, and... okay, there you go. That's how you get your list of leads. And you save it somewhere on Google Sheets or Notepad or whatever, and you just go through that list. Okay? So, next step is you start messaging them. All right? Because we found them very simple using Google. We extract them using Google Search Results Scraper, and then we put it into Instagram, into ChatGPT to extract Instagram usernames. And then on your phone, on Instagram, you open Instagram, and you type in the search bar the username, or you copy and paste it there. Ta-da, that's simple. Okay? And next up, when you start messaging your leads, here's what we can do. At the start of my agency, I was personalizing the first line, or not the first lines, I was personalizing the messages. So I was personalizing 2 different lines in the message, and you'll see down below which ones. And I was doing it with VAs, not with AI, because that was more reliable back then. And really, the difference in response was like imperceptible. I don't even know what the difference was. I just got rid of it because it was an extra step in the whole process. And realistically, getting a response or not is not going to be contingent on having a personalized line in there or not. It's going to be contingent on the strength of your fucking offer. Okay? And as an AI marketing agency owner, you are going to offer them, because these are all local businesses, like 15 years behind the curve, you're going to offer them the shiniest object they've seen in their life. Okay? And the one that will make them tons of money by implementing AI into their business. Okay? And making sure that they don't get wiped out by being left behind of the AI adoption curve. Okay, so you're selling them in one DM fear. Okay, you're exploiting their fear of this, of getting wiped out. Okay, you're selling them on greed, making them tons of money. Okay, and you're selling them on intrigue because this AI is the shiniest object. And oh my God, I can implement AI in my business. And the other thing, like this is like the dark trifecta of sales. Right? And of course, you're selling them hopes and dreams, right? Which, this is the cool bit, you will actually deliver, okay? So you will deliver them good results because it's all standardized by the AI systems that you're using, right? So it doesn't depend on you. But honestly, that's every sales call under the sun, okay, for everything, right? Hopes and dreams. So what we're doing here is we're exploiting fear, greed, intrigue, which is the dark trifecta of sales, and this makes a very strong pitch. Okay, so the cold DMs that you're sending these leads become literally a layup because everybody and their mother is interested in AI. And it's going to take years for all these local businesses who are just as is, they're like literally they're like 10, 15 years behind what we see online. Okay. It's going to take a very long time for this to be saturated. Okay. And then them having seen these offers. So there are always going to be people ready to buy and wanting everything that we're offering. Okay. Now for the cold DM, right? You message your leads. So first you source them, right? We went over that. When you start messaging them, okay? This is the exact message I use to scale Boom Creatives. It was right here. Okay. Hey there, had your page pop up my feed. I was really impressed by your work. This is a personalized line that was inserted in this sheet, and I'll go over it. Okay. I saw what you guys were doing on other channels and think there's huge potential for crossover at TikTok, especially using UGC. I help. This was another personalized line. So this was their niche, right? So if they're like a matcha thing, I help matcha brands. Okay, or if they're like an apparel, I help menswear apparel brands. Or if they were like, I don't know, if they were selling chapstick, I help chapstick brands. Okay, exploit TikTok UGC and add at least 50K revenue in 30 days. We say we make it unfairly easy to do that. Ha ha ha. I made a quick personal video giving direct actionable steps on what you can do if you're looking to expand there. Would it be cool if I sent it over? Cheers, Edward. That was the message. This was it. This magic little fucking thing, this little message that I wrote in 2 seconds, okay, was what got my agency in 5 months to 100K and a year and a half to almost 700K. Okay, 600, 700-ish now. All right? That's it. There you go. Now, adjust this message for your offer, obviously. If you're going to be running SMMA, you can, right? We still do. It'll always work. It'll never stop working. It's just there's less efficiency in the process of getting leads and it's hard to sell them and all this, but you can do it, okay? Just at the very least, copy this message into ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, please rewrite this so it's not plagiarized. That's all I ask, right? Because if everyone's saying this message, then it's like everyone who's doing this is just going to be stupid, okay? So let's keep going. Well, let me actually show you what was going on. This is for students. This is like for my students that I give examples. This is how we were doing personalizations before, if you guys are curious. So basically, we got all these VAs in, okay? And we told them what lines to do because we just copied the same list of lines, list of leads here for them, okay? And how many hours we want them to work, this many hours, and I wanted to see how many personalized lines they could do in 2 hours, and then I wanted to judge the quality of them by looking at them. Okay, so if we look at this person, variable one. Here's what it was, right? The variable one was single short sentence compliment. Okay, so if you go down here, this one was a single short sentence compliment. Okay, so this person, this VA, said this: love the hair oils on your profile for someone else. Love the green tea cleanser for somebody else. Love the facial dry brush. Let's see how Sophia did. Sophia, I was excited for newly released GHD Duet. Okay, what a remarkable product. I like that you're, whatever. I'm excited to see success of your freshly released smokeless incense this season. Okay, so Sophia was trying harder. Let's see what Fiona did. Love how you can show the benefits of your skincare product. Love how you promote natural organic ingredients, right? It's just a compliment line. And then you can judge the work of them. Okay, let's see what Sam did. Sam only did a couple. I am impressed by your excellent eye care. It's unbelievable because the lead was Belle Rebel. Right, okay, so she was trying to be too cute and she did absolutely no work, so I don't think we used her. But anyway, this was it. And then variable 2 here, because like I said, guys, I'm leaving nothing out in this video. Variable 2, I help X brands, and for this one, it was like I help beauty cosmetic brands. I think someone else did a better job. Here, okay, luxury lash brands, right? High-end lifestyle shop brands, therapeutic skincare brands, blah, 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 okay? And then what ended up happening was, here's our message, right? Here. Here. Okay, so here's the message that I just showed you guys, okay? And this message would autofill with the variables that these VAs put in here and here. And then when you click this and copied it, if I open Notepad and show you, it pastes. But this is, you gotta be careful when you paste it for Google Sheets because it's surrounded by curly quotations. So paste it with, love the gift box. Okay, hey there, here, love the gift box, love the gift box. If you're pasting these messages into Instagram, make sure to remove these two. That and that. Okay, so there you go, very quickly, just so you see all. Okay, so next step. Next step is they're going to book a call. Okay, so after this, after you send this message, you're going to follow up with them. Okay, and you're going to do 3 follow-ups, and what those are literally, hey, I'm wondering if you saw my last message. Second one, hey, did you see the message about the personal video I made you? Third one, like I'm making these up, but they're really this short and stupid. Hey, just want to bump this up in your inbox. That's it. Okay, 3 follow-ups, and you do them every other day. So you send a cold DM on day 1, then you wait a day, then you follow up 1 on day 3, then you wait a day, then you follow up 2 on day 5, then you wait a day, then you follow up 3 on day 7. So it takes a week to do the cold DM to the last follow-up. Okay, and responses can still come in after. All right, guys. So that's how that works, and that's what those are the follow-ups you do. Okay, and then some of these people, a certain percentage, depending on the strength of your offer, will ask you for that video. When they ask you for that video, to get them to book a call, you obviously have to make the video first. Okay, and after you make the video, you send them the video, and then after you send the video, you have to follow up. You have to follow up for at least a month, every other day, until you get a response. And the reason for this is because you've put energy and time and effort into making the damn video, so you better fucking do your all to make sure they watch it. Okay? So the response, if it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter now. You put in the work creating a Loom, and they ask for it, so you will follow up until the end. Okay? And statistics from 2023, over tens of thousands of accounts. I'm going to show you now. And then also systems for scale will be shown next, so you don't have to do this by yourself and manually. But it was this one, IG outreach sheet. So the stats, this one. Okay. So if you look at the percentages, like something is off here, but this is the beauty of it. Okay. This was across tens of thousands of cold DMs that we sent. And this was like a percentage, but something's missing. So if you add this up, 14 plus 59 plus 18 plus 19 plus 3 plus 2, it doesn't equal 100. But whatever. But this was good enough. This is distribution of booked calls after whatever you do. Okay. So let's say 14% of booked calls happen after the first cold DM. And then 60% of booked calls happen after the second DM. Okay. So that's 60 plus 14. It's already 75%. So 3/4 of booked calls happen from the cold DM and the first follow-up. And then the second and third follow-up each contribute around 20%. Which equals 105%. So see, something's off here. But this is like, if you just look at this as a chart distribution of positive responses, there you go. The bulk of it, like 98, 95% will be in the first one, like first cold DM, and then first follow-up, second follow-up, third follow-up. After, nothing happened. And we were doing follow-ups until the cows came home, right? More than 7, but over here I only put 7. So this is data that we did. Here, March. Okay, so here, March you said we started, and the reason date of set message is May is because Google gets really slow when you have too many leads in here. So when we were using this sheet, we had to delete them, okay, after a while. So from March to May, March, April, and then May, we deleted those leads, but you can see here what was going on. And if I scroll faster, you see all the DMs being sent out and the stage they're on, fourth follow-up, not interested, and this auto-populated from all of this. If you guys want this sheet, my students get it, and yeah, but I mean, you can see it all and recreate it, it's easy. Okay, but you can see there's thousands of data points. Okay, so just in this sheet, we got at least 10,000 here. And this is where we pulled the stats for this. Okay, that's all I want to show you guys. Okay, so there you go. This is why you do 3 follow-ups on the first cold DM. And after you send the Loom, right, Loom, you do 15. Every other day for a month. Okay, so you write out the 15 follow-ups. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. You write them out once, and then you just copy and paste them to every single person after you send them the Loom. Okay, and same thing for the first 3 follow-ups. You just have 1, 2, 3 messages, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, so it's easy. Okay, and basically after this, so you've messaged your leads, okay, you've messaged them, they've expressed interest, you made the loom for them, here's the loom, then you've done all follow-ups, all follow-ups, all follow-ups, all follow-ups, and then they book a call on your calendar, and that's it, your outbound is done. Those are the systems, but I'm going to show you how to scale them, okay, and the exact software to use to make it all better and more efficient. Okay, but your outbound is done, so there you go. This is what you can do right now. And there's lots of important steps after that are beyond the scope of this specific video and this training. But in general, okay, let's keep these things in mind. Okay, you have to make a longer loom with your pitch, okay, or unique selling point. And this is basically the sales pitch, okay? And you can get ideas and inspiration from the one I used to grow Boom Creatives to around 700K months. Link below, it's this, loom, share, whatever. Okay, and I will show this to you. So wait, you can click it. Okay. So this is the one that I was sending all our prospects before the call. Okay, and we're going to see how many views we got. We got 1,800 views of this video. Okay, over a year ago. When was it made? Let's zoom in. Can I see? I can't see. Okay, the stupid camera's in the way. Okay, so this is what it said. An in-depth look into the exact framework we use to guarantee client success and public consistent winners. Whether you're just starting out, you already have a 6-figure monthly brand, we can take you to the next level. Book a call personally with me and I'll show you how. Link to book a call. Okay. And the title, Steal Our Systems, the 100K a month, TikTok ads framework, and the video is me going through something very much like this video that you're watching right now, okay? Just this one was 20 minutes long, and we sent it before the calls, and people watched it, and when they saw this, and they came on the call, pre-sold, and the sale was a lot easier, okay? So, which is great, all right? So, and I'm gonna link this below so you guys can look at it just for inspiration and all this. Jesus. Okay. And what you also need is, this is going to be very important for you to understand, you have to have a mass pre-call email drip sequence to make sure you have a high show rate. Okay. Most agencies have about a 50 to 60% show rate, which means, you know, you book 10 calls and you're excited, but only 5 of those people will show up. But you still clear time on your calendar for all 10, and you're sitting there at your desk, at your computer like a fucking dumbass, waiting for all 10, only to have half not even show. And not give you the courtesy of telling you they're not going to show. Okay? How we got around that was a very aggressive, and you can do exactly the same thing, email drip sequence, okay? Which just tells them over and over and over again that there's a call coming up, there's a call coming up, don't forget your call, there's a call coming up, here's the link, here's the other link, don't forget it, there's a call coming up, okay? So just a little bit of background, when I ran B2C, business to consumer, rebelfit.io, which was high ticket fitness, I had the same 56% show rate, right? It was horrible because I would sit there on my computer, there'd be 8 calls in a row, and I would be ready for them, and then they would not show up, or they'd be late, or whatever, like half the time. And you can't be productive if you're supposed to be like on an hour call then, and then next hour you have 15-minute break between, then an hour call, 15-minute break, then hour call, 15-minute break, then hour call. Because if the first, like second person doesn't show up, but this one does, and the first one does, and then this time you're just completely fucking lost because your mindset is in sales call mindset mode. You can't just switch off and do something else for just a little hour. That's not enough time to get into anything, and then have to go back to sales call mode. This is horrible to have a low show rate, okay? So with a mass drip sequence of emails, and like what they are is I go, okay, so first of all, this will be linked below. I go over in this YouTube video, this one. Okay, I'm gonna open it so you guys can see what it is. It's literally called, get a 90% plus appointment show rate, okay? And I show the drip sequence that we used right here. See, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I filmed this in June, okay? So half a year ago. That's what we use to this day. We use it, and we used it from the start, okay? And how it works in a nutshell is like, it's like 24 hours before a call, there's an email, or a couple of them. When like they book a call, then there's a email saying, okay, thanks for the call. Then there's a text saying something similar. Then 24 hours before the call, there's an email. Then 12 hours before the call, there's an email. Then 6 hours before the call, there's an email. Then 4 hours before the call, there's an email. Then 2 hours before the call, there's like an email and a text. Then like 1 hour before, there's an email and a text. Then half an hour before, there's an email and a text. Then like 50 minutes before, there's a text. Then 5 minutes before, there's an email and a text. And then on the call, there's email, text, here's the link, here's the link, here's the link. When you do that, everybody fucking shows up, okay? And I've only had, I've had less than 5 complaints from people about that sequence. And we've taken hundreds of sales calls, if not thousands already, okay? So 5 complaints. So you think it's gonna be annoying, it doesn't matter. What's more annoying is sitting there and not having people show up, okay? Now, here's the advantage. If you have a good offer, okay? A good offer, call it great, a great offer, AI marketing agency services. And if you have a high show rate on your calls, you cannot lose. You will fucking close deals by default and you will make money. Okay? But this is all, again, this is all getting beyond, fucking hell, beyond the scope of this video. So let's move on. Okay? What we're going to look at now is the overall systems at a glance. Okay? Just to recap everything. And then I'll show you softwares that you can use to make this whole thing more efficient and better for you, and like exactly what I did. Overall systems at a glance, again, just to refresh, is you send a cold DM that's offering them something of value. Okay? And then they agree. And that something of value is a Loom video, right? Loom 1. That's your personalized Loom video. And they agree to see it. And then after they agree to see it, okay, you film it and you send it to them. You film the Loom and you send to them. And I say systematize this. But at the stage that anybody watching this is at, all I mean by systematize this is you wake up, you go on your computer, you don't look at your phone, you don't do anything else. You just go through all the open Loom requests and you film what Loom 1, Loom 2, a Loom 3, a Loom 4, because you're saying the same fucking thing over and over and over. The only difference is you're browsing this person's website or this person's website or this person's website, saying, oh, this looks so great, we can do great things for you, right? Then you make all the Looms, and then they're all open in your little browser, and then you copy paste all the descriptions, the book a call, and then about you, and blah, blah, blah. And then you make all the button text for all the Looms, you make all the button URLs for your calendar, and then you start your day. Then you can go to the gym and like fuck off and for a little bit look at your phone and catch up. But you got to systematize this because making Looms is horrible after a while. It's very boring, okay? But I was doing it all myself for quite a while, okay? Until we could afford it. And then I started to hire and train people to do the Looms, okay? But you film the Loom and you send it to them and make sure this process is systematized, because if you let your Loom requests pile up and get out of hand, it's horrible. You have to wake up every day and do them. And I'm not saying wake up at 5 a.m. and do them. I was waking up at like 10 or 11. But then I would get on the computer, I wouldn't look at my phone, I wouldn't do anything else until I finished all the Looms that were requested the previous day. And this got me into a good rhythm. And that's how I scaled the agency to 100K months in 5 months, because there was effort being put in. Okay, all of this is effort. Because what I'm giving you guys here are really the real systems. This is exactly what I did, right? You see it now. Most of you will do nothing with this information. Some of you will try a little bit, but will be half-assed, or for 2 weeks and then give up. But a small percentage of you will actually realize the value that you're seeing here and run with it and start making money. And then you'll start making good money and then great money. And then you can start to automate this entire system, because that's what we're doing right now. Every single part, literally every single part, even the Loom creation. Okay, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, you can scale this big. Okay, so systematize this by just having a consistent time when you do all the Looms. So all I mean at this stage, wake up, do all Loom requests from the day before, title them, do descriptions, button link to book a call, and then start everything else, gym, etc. That's literally what I was doing when I started the agency. Okay. And once you can afford it, you can hire and train somebody to do Looms. I was paying either $30 per 100 Looms or $50 per 100 Looms. It just depended on kind of negotiations with the person. Okay. The thing is, there's not many people out there that want to do this. You can find actors on Indeed.com. Indeed, but they're so crappy. If you have a network of, I don't know, Discord people, and people are just looking for a little side hustle or whatever, you can say, yeah, you're gonna get, Wait, no, this price is this. Okay, right. Sorry, this is completely wrong. This will be dirt cheap. Okay. No. I was paying $150 for 30 looms. That's what it was. Okay. This is more correct. Obviously. Okay, that was a stupid brain fart. Okay. So I was paying $150 for 30 looms. Okay. Which is kind of basically the bare minimum threshold for the amount of work. Okay, on some deals, some people I managed to do it for 100, and you can't get Filipinos to do this. You have to have like native English speakers do these looms because they represent you. Okay, I made the mistake of accidentally hiring someone who was like completely foreigner, right, from a European country, but like accent and everything, and I was like, oh, it's a cute accent, right, and I can understand him. Then I did it again with another person, her, and their booking rate from the looms was abysmal. It was like less than a tenth of mine. And we let them do hundreds of looms. And I was like, what the hell's going on? Where are our calls? And they were nowhere to be seen. And why? Because the person making the looms sucked. Okay. So, yeah. So once you have some money, you can start paying this $150 for 30 looms, basically. Right? 100, it's going to be tough to get anybody. Even 150 for 30 looms is going to be tough to get people. Okay. And then wait until the end of this video to see something really, really cool about this, okay? And I give you a hint. All of it is automated. Once you film the loom, though, okay, you make them the loom, you follow up on it until they buy or die. So if they buy, which is book a call in this case, or they die, they fuck off or tell you to fuck off, that's fine. You got a response. That has closure, okay? So they book a call, that's good closure. They tell you to fuck off, that's bad closure, but it's still closure, okay? Because every single loom, the effort was put into it, okay? And then next... okay, 2 to 3 hours before the call, in addition to this mass drip sequence that I told you guys about, okay, you will text them manually from your actual phone number. If you have sales guys, they will text them from their actual phone number, not from the CRM phone number, okay, not from Go High Level, whatever we're using, right? We were using Go High Level. We're still using Go High Level. You will text them manually from your personal cell phone number, okay? 2 to 3 hours before the call saying, hey, John, it's Edward, just checking in if you're still good for our call in 3 hours, question mark. It's a question, so they respond to it. And right away, without waiting for anything, you copy and paste the next message, which says, if you could, please give this video a watch. It talks about the general systems that we run. It will save us so much time if we both have an understanding of this, and we can dive into the specifics of your business right away instead of being lost in this like high-level general stuff. Most people watch it if you give them a 2-3 hour window before the call to do that, okay? And when they watch it, they will be pre-sold. Everyone who comes on the call will be pre-sold, really, and because they've seen your systems and they want them, okay? And if they don't like them, they'll just text you, hey, like, you know what, I don't like that. That's not of interest to me. I can't afford it or whatever. I wasn't saying the price, okay? But you weed out time wasters, and you can, like here, I said already, right? You copy the style of this video, like this little video, although this video is going to be over an hour. So this one you make like 15, 20 minutes. Okay, maybe 10 minutes if you can do it. Okay, but this is, again, overview of the whole systems at a glance, overall system at a glance. Okay, is last part. That's what I talked about. Prospects come on a call ready to buy because they're already sold. And then your job as a barely competent salesperson is just to build some rapport. Trust. Trust is very, very real. Trust is real. Trust makes a hell of a difference. Okay, they have to trust you to give you money. And then after they trust you, by you telling them your story, right, what you're doing, why you like this stuff, all this, and you answer their leftover questions, then you're ready to take the deposit, sign the contract, and you're good to go. You have your client. Okay? So there you go. That's how these systems work at a glance. So again, cold DM, offering them something of value, which is a personalized video. They agree to it. You film it, right? You send it to them. Once you send it to them, you follow up for a month. And then once they book a call, 2 to 3 hours before the call, you send them that longer video that you have that you send everybody before the call. Manually, you do this, okay? And you'll say why they'll make so much money with you, blah, blah, blah. And then the ones who do come on the call and show up, which should have a 95%, okay. For you guys, I'm gonna say 80%, but whatever. It really should be 90% if you copy the one in the YouTube video that's linked below, Okay. Everyone who comes on is pre-sold and they want your stuff, and all it takes for you is not to be fucking retarded, and you'll be able to close them on a decent deal. And your agency is now functioning and you have a real business. Okay. Now, up next, okay, these are the numbers, the KPIs that you have to know. Okay. Now, these numbers are for my old SMMA offer, Boom with Creatives, when we were saying we're gonna grow your e-com business with TikTok ads, and we ended up running Facebook ads for most of the clients, right? So we're really doing in 2023 and even this year, 2024. Everyone who gets that offer, that pitch, has heard it since 2016. Okay, so it's nothing special. So the old SMMA offer, which is totally outdated, it's saturated, it's boring, it's old, but it still makes me tons of money and always will make tons of money because every business wants to grow. It's just when you say AI marketing agency and you use AI systems, your delivery is standardized to a very high level that they want. It's easier to sell, and your expenses are like pennies on not pennies on the dollar, like pennies on the thousands of dollars. It's insane. Okay, but these are the numbers that we have. Okay, on our systems that I just showed you. Okay, so 66% of looms that are made that you make will get viewed. Okay, with all 15 follow-ups over a month. So 2/3 of the looms that you make will get viewed. 1/3 will not, unfortunately. Okay. 25% of all the looms that get viewed will get a book call. Okay. So 1 in 4 people who watch your video, who watch your first loom, will book a call. Okay. Everybody will show up when you do that drip sequence I talked about. Okay. And then depending on your competency, you will close between 20 to 30%. Those are the numbers. And I know there's one number missing here, and that is how many cold DMs do I send to get a loom request, because it starts with loom requests, okay, which I will explain below. Yours is going to be higher than anything we've had here because you have a much better offer, okay? But let's run the numbers here, okay? To get your first agency client, to get one close, okay? So it goes like this. We'll say you need 10 calls. Okay, you need 10 calls at 20 or 30% close rate to get 2 or 3 deals. We're going to assume, because you're a beginner, you're only going to get 1 close off 10 calls. Okay, we're also going to assume you have a worse show rate, you have a 0.8 show rate. So that means to have 10 calls, you need to have 12 to 15 booked appointments. Okay, if there's a 25% booking rate from your loom to your booked appointments, okay, you need 60 total viewed looms to get 12 to 15 booked appointments, right, to get 10 calls, to get what should be, when you get good, 2 to 3 closes, but for you, 1 close at the start. Okay, so 60 viewed looms. To get 60 viewed looms, assuming 66% view rate, which this is standard with all the follow-ups, you're going to have to make 78 looms. Okay, so to get 78 looms, you're going to have X many cold DMs, right? Because you're going to insert your own cold DM to requested loom percentage, all right? Let's assume everything sucks and you just get a 5%. Okay, so 5% of your cold DMs with 3 follow-ups result in someone saying, yes, please send me the loom. Okay, that means you need to do like less than this, but we're going to assume this. Okay, you have to do 2,000 to 3,000 cold DMs, 2,000 to 3,000 cold leads that you collect very easily, how I showed you. Okay, to get 78 loom requests, to get 60 viewed looms, to get 12 to 15 booked calls, to get 10 actually sales calls that show up, to get 2 to 3 closes, which for you as a beginner is 1 close. Okay, so these are the numbers we're looking for: 2 to 3K cold DMs. And I want to say this, the numbers are going to be way better for you, okay? Because this is even worse than SMMA that I had, but whatever. Like, your numbers are going to be better. So when you do 3,000 cold DMs, you're going to have more than 10 calls. Like, probably significantly more, okay? But we always assume in these videos, like, inefficiency after inefficiency after inefficiency because you're new, you haven't run these systems, you don't know what you're doing, all this shit, right? Things can fuck up all over the place. Okay, but if you have just bare minimum competence and follow what I show you. Here you go. Okay. So 3,000 cold DMs to get 1 close as a beginner. Okay. Now, how many accounts do you need to run this? Okay. Remember, we made 10 Instagram accounts. And 10, if they're sending 30 a day, right, they're going to send 300 cold DMs every single day. So 300 cold DMs every single day means it'll take you 10 days to send 3,000 cold DMs. Oh, it's actually looking pretty quick. Not that bad, right? Yes. Okay. So after you do this for 10 days, obviously you have to have the warm-up phase for the accounts like I described before. And then you can do this in volume like this, but it's literally 10 days of sending cold DMs. And once you've sent 3,000 cold DMs, you can stop doing cold DMs just to get your first client. But usually you should always be doing cold DMs every single day, no matter what. Okay. You're going to focus completely on doing the follow-ups on the first cold DM that you sent and the follow-ups to all the looms that you made. Okay. Focus on follow-ups only. If you're doing this solo, or you can hire $2 an hour Filipino virtual assistants, okay, to run the mass messaging for you and do follow-ups and cold DMs and all this shit, right? But basically, that's it. This is what you can do right now to run these outbound systems and get your very first close as an agency owner. Okay. And I hope some people watching this already have like functioning agencies doing at least like 10 to 30K a month, maybe even a little bit higher. And when they see these systems, like, holy shit, we can scale, right? Because the next part that I'm going to show you is scaling the shit out of this. Okay. So your right now, step-by-step action plan. Okay. The full delivery of everything promised in here. Okay. Right now, step-by-step action plan to do the full outbound systems that I use to get the 100K months is you're going to make and profile 10 Instagram accounts. You're going to warm them up to 30 DMs a day. This will take 3 weeks just to be safe. Okay. You're going to fulfill every Loom request daily. Okay. So you get a collection of Loom requests today. You're going to fulfill them tomorrow. Okay. You're going to outbound 30 cold DMs on each of these 10 accounts that you have for 10 days. So you have 3K, okay, cold DMs, 3K leads contacted. Once you hit 3K cold DMs, again, assuming you're doing this on your own, okay, by yourself, you're going to switch all your focus, all your outbound energy focus on fulfilling the remaining Loom requests and doing all the follow-ups. Okay? And when you do this to a 3K level, so 3K leads have been contacted, which is not a big number, right? You're going to get 12 to 15 booked appointments. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be way more because your offer is way stronger and way shinier and way more exciting. Okay? You're going to close 1 to 3 deals. And after you've closed 1 to 3 deals, you can say, oh my God, Edward knows what he's fucking talking about. And I listened to him and I actually did a good decision, right? By listening to him. Congratulations, you have a functioning outbound system with minimal costs that will never break. Because everybody else is saying, okay, you're a beginner, you're going to run fucking ads. If you run ads as a beginner, you're going to burn so much fucking money to get 1 close. And here, what are your costs here? Like, just your time and effort and energy. All of this here, you can do on your own. Completely on your own. Your cost is going to be less than $100 a month. Because your cost is what? Loom subscription? Like it's funny. Like, what's your cost? Loom subscription, go high level. Go high level is $100 a month. Loom is like $10 a month, so $110. Right? So Google Sheets is free. Use Google Sheets, right? Like, what else is there? Go high level does the calendar for you, does everything for you. You know what I'll do below? If you guys want my agency snapshot that I use for Boom Boom Creatives, I'll link it down below. Okay. The way it works though, this is for okay, so I have a $67 a month course, which is constantly updated. It teaches all of this and every single other step in greater depth, all the other steps, right? This is the same. Well, both are good, okay? This is just filmed now. The other one was filmed in June or July. Both up to date still because this is the same systems. I have a course, $67 a month. If you go to course.teamair.life, you can get it. And over there, I go over like how to set up your website, how to go high level, and how to do the calendar, and how to do all this stuff, right? And if you sign up using my link, Okay, you get automatically a snapshot, which means all of my stuff in Go High Level copied over to yours. And you can just copy all of my stuff. So my exact drip sequence is there, like my SMS stuff is there, my calendar setup is there, everything is there. In the course, I go over how to do every single piece, right? How to do the website, what to do on the website, how to do the like everything. Okay, it's all there. And I will also link it here. So if you guys want to do that, you just have to get a new Go High Level subscription using my link, because that's the referral link. And everyone who signs up using my referral link pays the same price as if you signed up normally. Okay, but you just get the snapshot auto emailed to you. Okay, that's it. So we're going to put it here as well. If you guys want the Go High Level thing, it's there. You'll have it. Okay. So this you can do on your own, and you will sign your first agency client. And if you have a functioning agency already and got to this point, you're like, I want bigger systems because I can see the value of the systems, but how do I scale them? I'm going to show you next. Okay, so here we go. This is going to get fun. I say now you understand the systems, okay, because we've gone over them. Okay, all this stuff. We're going to scale the shit out of them, okay? So, one, you're going to run your mass Instagram accounts using AccuVod, which is this most amazing software, which is right here. I'm going to open it for you. And while it loads in the background, we're going to go back to the video. You don't want to install that update. Okay? You run mass accounts on AccuVod, which is, I'll show you why it's so efficient and good, okay? With my private MPP proxies, now whatever, my private proxy. I'll link everything down below, okay? AccuVod looks like this. So this is a screenshot from my VA, her computer, okay? And in AccuVod, you have all your profiles, and we put around 20 per profile because you can put as many as you want. 20 of these profiles per session, and you can put as many as you want, but virtual assistant computers aren't the strongest, and this requires some CPU power to do more than 20, so we keep it at 20 so that every virtual assistant, no matter the strength of her or his computer, can actually run it. Okay, and how it works is it's a separate instance on Instagram. So it's like a fresh, new, different fingerprint, different browser, different IP, because you have the proxies correctly and all of this. And you can cycle through mass Instagram accounts here that you're running to do all the stuff on. Okay, so if we look at it here and open it here, I'm on, okay, so she's on session Boom Boom 11. I'm on session Boom Boom 10. Okay, profile, you guys can see. Edward, Social Innovative Hub, Edward Air, so it's not even as good, Dominate, whatever. Here's the profiles, okay? Right? And then you switch profiles, it's a different profile. Okay, and then you switch profile, it's a different profile. Then you switch profile, it's a different profile. Okay? And you can go into the messaging, right? And you can see all the messages that are going on. You can do all the follow-up, right? Here, hey guys, you start popping up on my feed. Same thing I just showed you. Being run today, November 2024, 16 hours ago. Okay? And then you can go on this account and do messaging, and this account and do messaging, and this account and do messaging, right? So you start to see when you have AccuVod, which is the most efficient thing I've found ever. Okay, this software is great and it's very cheap. Okay, you can run systems like way faster than just on your phone. Okay, because everything before, I think you guys probably assumed I have to do everything on my phone, maybe on browser. But if I do browser, I have the same IP, and if I have 10 accounts, Instagram will ban me, right? Like this, they don't, because every single one of these profiles has a different fingerprint, and every single one is hooked up to its own proxy, which is also different, so they're unlinked in Instagram's eyes. Okay. So there you go. Oh, we have somebody replied. There you go. Okay, and if you're doing this on your own, you have like a decent computer, you can probably run 30, 40 in here and just cycle through them and do all these outbound systems I just talked about. Okay, so number one secret, AccuVod. Nobody knows about it. All right, it's very, very strong. So how to set up AccuVod is like this. You get AccuVod, and links to all this is down below, okay? And you get data center proxies from my private proxy, and you need your phone, okay? You have to get AccuVod, you have to get this cloud plan for $35 a month if you intend to share this with your team, and I suggest that because, like, honestly, the cold DMs and the follow-ups and all that, it is work that is worth $2 an hour because a virtual assistant will do it for $2 an hour, okay? So if you have a job, you're getting paid more than $2 an hour, obviously, okay? So when you're at your job and you can't be doing this, you will be taking $2 of your paycheck and giving it to a virtual assistant to do this full time so your agency is running and your business is running. okay, while you're doing something else, right? So get this plan right away, okay? And you can have all this stuff. So this one allows for sync across AccuVaud profiles and logins. And then you got to plug your accounts in. Okay, so number one, get AccuVaud, link below. Okay, number two, plug your accounts in. This is how you do it. Okay, in AccuVaud, so let me open it again. And there's some reason that we're not updating ours, but you guys will use the most up-to-date version. There's no problems with it. It's just we had super old sessions, and the next update screws them up somehow, and we have to plug all them in again because these were from 2023 or whatever, or some of them, maybe not these exact ones, right? These exact ones are actually not. So I can tell by the profile picture, these are actually newish from this year, but we have sessions, right, from 2023 that would just fuck up with the latest update. But if you guys are starting out, it doesn't matter for you, so get the latest updates. It's obviously better. But how it works is, okay, so you have your profiles here, all right, and they're going to be not logged in. So if we add one, new profile, okay, here, okay, site is going to be Instagram. Don't use this. It never worked well, okay. See, user agent, fingerprint, system, whatever, blah, 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 it's all fine. Okay, add. We have a new profile. It's going to be allow cookies, because I'm in Europe right now. Okay, it's going to be like this. You're going to add however many you have. So you're going to add 10 profiles like this, plus, 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 and there's some mass option too. Somewhere, one of these is mass option. Okay, whatever. So you're going to plug these in, 10 of them, and then all of them will be like this, empty. Okay, so what you're going to do, let me read the instructions for you here, then I'll show you. Okay, you log in using your mobile tether, you're going to browse for 30 seconds, then you're going to add a data center proxy you bought from MPP. MPP is the best that I've seen, and use the ones that are designed specifically for Instagram. They're very cheap. They're like $1 a month, okay, per proxy. I've tried different providers, dozens of them. Obviously, you got to select the proxies for Instagram. How this works is you turn airplane mode on and off on your phone to reset mobile IP between each account you add. And then once you've added your next profile, you log in, browse 30 seconds, right? This stuff, add data center proxy, rinse and repeat. And when I was doing this last year, I could do 30 accounts in like 20 minutes or something. So it doesn't take long. Okay, so this is how you do it. I'm connected right now to my Wi-Fi. Okay, my Wi-Fi. What I want to do is I want to do this, my phone. Okay, and I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi on my phone, and I'm going to turn on. Sorry, I'm going to turn on my mobile network. And then I'm going to tether my phone, make a hotspot. Okay, and my tether is called something like Pixel 8. Hotspot on. Disconnect from this. Pixel 8 connected. Okay, or Pixel E for Edward. Connected, secured. Okay. So now Instagram right here thinks that this person is on a mobile phone IP, which is the highest strength, highest quality IP device there is. Okay, so what you're gonna do is when you're here, you're gonna log into this account. Okay, whatever it might be. Then you're gonna log in. Then when you're in an account, you're gonna just browse for like 10 seconds, 10, 30 seconds, just like this. You're gonna like some random stuff, right? And that's it. Then you're going to go here and you're going to go to edit, okay? And you're going to put in your data center proxy. Okay? So right here, you're going to put this in. Don't use this one because you'll get banned. Okay? But you're going to put this in and that's it. You're going to save it. And that's it. You've signed in successfully on your profile and you've added a data center proxy. The reason you can't add the proxy first is because Instagram puts you in an infinite login loop if you're trying to log in using a data center proxy. I think just so people can't brute force passwords because data center proxies are super cheap. So you have to log into the account using mobile tether. Okay. Once you're logged in, you're going to add your data center proxy. Then on your phone, you're going to turn airplane mode on and off. Okay. So airplane mode on, airplane mode off. What that's going to do is it's going to give me a new IP here. So when I go and add my next account, right, once it connects. This is why I said better to add all 10 or 20, whatever accounts you have first, and then do it. But once it connects to my Tether, yes, okay. So now it's connected yet? Once it connects, you're going to go this, you're going to add this one. Okay, so it has to actually connect. Okay, whatever. Right now, something's not working on my phone, so it doesn't even matter. We're going to go back to normal internet so I can just explain to you guys. Okay, whatever. So once you do the airplane mode on and off, and you get a new mobile IP, and just to check this, you can go like, what is my IP in the background, and you can see that it's a new IP. Okay, you add another profile. There it is, 262. Okay, and you go to it, and on the mobile IP from your Tether hotspot, you log in. And after you log in, you browse for like 10 or 15 seconds, okay, like a post or two, log in, browse for a little bit, and then you go here, and you go edit, and you add your proxy, you log in, your password, and you save it, and you're done. And you've successfully added a profile. Okay? That's it. That's how you get mass accounts in AccuVault, and that's how you get given to VAs using this cloud plan. Okay? And this is how you can scale and run tens and hundreds, there's even thousands of accounts if you want a big enough VA team, but I don't suggest that because I have something better for you. Okay? But yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you can scale. Okay? So, step one, scale, achieved. Okay? You can run, okay, so just so you know, we were running 80 accounts at peak last year, manually, to get to 100K months. I think that was only for like a week or two. So most of the time it was like 40 to 60 accounts, doing whatever per day, okay, 30 a day. No, we were doing like 13 a day even. We were staying so below the limits because I was afraid of the limits, okay? So we were doing 13 messages a day per account, times 60 accounts, and then 80 for like a week at peak. And we go, or 80 we did after the 100K month, actually, I think, right? Or right around there. So yeah, you can plug in 80 accounts, no problem, using exactly what I showed you. You just need 80 data center proxies from my private proxy, which is going to cost you like $80 a month. Whoa. Plus whatever the account cost is. Okay, buying the accounts, which might be $1, might be $3, might be $5. I was buying some $7 accounts because they were a little bit better. They seem stronger, but yeah, so there you go. Okay, and you can also, later on, you can profile the accounts using AccuVault, just the web version of everything. You can upload pictures, you can upload videos, you can change your profile, name, and bio, and everything. You can do it all on AccuVault. So my manual VA team works completely in AccuVault. Right, so there you go. Okay, now, hints about VAs. Okay. Here's what I say. With proper training and SOPs, they can do a phenomenal job on mindless stuff like sending mass messages and doing all the follow-up, etc. Okay, but you have to track their work. You have to track their work, and you have to know your weekly KPIs, and you have to know what's being hit and what's happening in your business. Okay, so what we use and what I suggest using is something called Insightful. This tracks their work. It's a little program that runs on the desktop, and when they start their work, they click login. They click clock in. Okay, and it starts just monitoring their work, and it sees what programs they're on, where their mouse is, what they're typing, and it takes screenshots randomly throughout their whole session so you can monitor what they're doing. And obviously, if they want a break, they just pause it, and then they're free to use their computer, and they start it again. Okay, or they can even exit if they're paranoid. Okay, so Insightful is very, very good. There's a link below. It's the best tracking software that I've found. Okay, we tried quite a few, but Insightful was the first one by luck, and we're using it now. Take a screenshot, lost productivity. They can clock in and clock out. It's vital to properly functioning systems because you have to know what's going on in your agency. You have to know what your employees are doing, and this gives you that. Okay. This is the other thing. You never ever let them respond to messages on Instagram on their own, even if you think they have perfect fucking English. Okay? Never, ever, 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 because they will fuck it up. Okay? Yes, English is official language of the Philippines, and they know it, but not very well. And even the ones who seem they know it very well, you can't leave it to them. Okay? You have to be the one responsible for your business. So what I do, and I'm going to show you on screen now, okay, is dun, dun, dun. Okay, what I do is I have this group called Mega Boom Boom Outbound, right? And I have this chat inside called Conversation Help. And in here, my virtual assistants send me, okay, responses that they're getting. And you'll see that it is in AccuVod here. Okay, so this is the response. I need cash. I'll give you 5% equity in my brand. Okay, so this is the first cold DM when someone says, cool, let me look at it. Would you be willing to give me a loan in exchange for equity in the brand? And just because I have to be nice, you have to be nice when you're doing cold DM and say, sorry, what do you mean by that? Okay, very faggy and nice. All right, I need cash and I'll give you 5% equity in my brand. Fuck off, what, these people are so stupid. Okay, Emily Alexandra Cosmetics, you can look her up. Okay, these others are from something I'll show you later on, these ones that look different. But the virtual assistants send me all the messages, and then sometimes, if they have standard response that I've already established, they show me what they would send. And then I reply to every single one, like, this is what I want the VA to send. This is what I want the VA to send. This is what I say. I say, ignore, they're not interested. This is what I tell them to send. This is what I tell them to send. If like this one, okay, this was the answer the VA gave me, and this was great. I didn't want to change it, so I just said great. And she knows to just copy paste this answer and go. Okay. That's how you have control over what's going on in your agency. Any part that requires any sort of thinking or isn't just copy paste and like duplicable task that a machine could do, right? You have to do. Okay. So you saw my team send me messages in Telegram, every single message, and the response that they want to give, if they have one, right? They send that response only after I say, great, good to go, whatever, or I edit it and adjust it, okay? And I just did this. This is important, okay? Do not, please, I've seen this in my students, please do not think you can fuck off your business to VAs and just sit back and make money, okay? Running a business is not hard, but it takes effort. It's not hard if you know what to do. And I'm showing you exactly what to do, right? So the hard part of running a business or making money is not knowing the path to make money, and I'm laying it out for you exactly step by step. So you have that. Deeper you have in the course or whatever else we have available, okay? But probably next up for anyone watching this, if you want to see how to actually run full systems and everything that's, you know, beyond the scope of this video, course.teamrandy.life, okay? The rest is in there. But doing this stuff that I just showed you guys still takes effort. And even if you scale up, and all the VAs are running the accounts, right? And they're doing the cold DMs, and they're doing the follow-ups, and they're sending the looms that you make, and they're doing the follow-ups on the looms, right? You still have to be responsible, right? You still have to answer the queries that are coming up, and you have to be the one having the conversations, which takes effort, and effort is hard, right? But nobody said that building a 6-figure-a-month company will be hands-off, okay? So effort is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. And I said this earlier in this video, but I've given away all of everything you need to scale, literally unlimited, and we'll keep making it better, okay? Like in the next part of this video, you'll see how we can make it even better, okay? The majority of you will take what you've seen here, although if you're, you know, watching up to this point, an hour and a half, like you're probably into it, okay? But you'll take it for granted and you'll half-ass things. You're like, even if you get, like, if you get around to trying, you'll half-ass it. You'll do it for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month. Like, oh my God, it doesn't work, right? It all does work. It's all very predictable. Like it works with the shittiest offer in the world, which was we're gonna run TikTok ads for you, and then we're actually running Facebook ads for you, right? And I scale my agency to almost 700K months with just that, okay? Now with AI, you can go way bigger, faster, better delivery, better recurring revenue, less fulfillment, effort and energy, way better, okay? AI marketing agency, way fucking better. Now, select few of you who recognize the value of what's in here will literally, you'll have enormous success in the future. Okay, and this is who I'm making it for. Okay, so if this is you, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is me, okay, let's go. Let's go on the next step. Next step, I'm going to show you something cool. So to scale the shit out of it, okay? First, you're going to run your mass Instagram accounts on AccuViewer with my private proxy data center proxies. We did that, okay? You will train VAs to do all the manual messaging, so cold DMs follow-ups, I talked about that. And you always want to run a manual team, just so you know what's going on. So you always keep a human in the loop. This is just important to emphasize, okay? In terms of outreach, you can automate outreach across mass Instagram accounts once your agency is making a little bit of money. And the reason I'm smiling is because I built these systems internally with different developers for ourselves, and I'm going to show you them now. First screenshots and then live, okay? System one that we have, here's all the accounts plugged in. This number is crossed out because this says how many accounts there are, but it's wrong. On this screenshot, you see we've had at least 1,200 accounts in here, but we have more, okay? And you can see, again, Edward Ecom account, different offer that they're running, issue with the account, the age of the account, or how long it's been running, has it been profiled or not. This is a Unibox. This is like instantly, like smart leads, but for us. There's templates, there's spin tags, there's proxies, there's profiles, there's leads, there's accounts, there's dashboard. This stuff's great. Okay, we built this ourselves. Okay, this is private. All right, this is not available to anybody. It's not available publicly. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this. Okay, so this is where we plug our accounts in. I want to show you two parts, right? Accounts, our accounts in that are going to be doing outbound and outreach. This one has a profile picture. This one's actually good and active, okay? And this is the Unibox, okay? Unibox. Unibox, just like Unibox and Instantly or Smart Leads or anything, combines all the response that you're getting across all the hundreds or thousands of accounts that you're running in one fucking place, okay? And again, here it is, okay? Here's the Unibox. So imagine being able to go to a single dashboard here and see all the messages everywhere coming in for your agency offer on Instagram, not having to switch different profiles, not having to scroll down through the Instagram DM thing to find the hidden ones that have replies but are, got pushed down as you sent out new messages, having it all here live for you, beautiful like this, okay? And color-coded red for those non-interested, red, tag, non-interested, interested, green, right? Yeah, this isn't a scam, I'd love to learn more. Okay, unseen loom. So this person was interested, they got the loom sent, they haven't seen it yet, right? So the system is doing the auto follow-ups after loom is sent, right? So, and I built three systems like this, but I'm gonna show you two because you don't need more than two, okay? And so four because there's the manual one as well, okay? System two, okay? There we go. Different dev, different backend, different everything, different front-end interface, same functionality, which is tons of accounts, okay, accounts plugged in, here they are, okay, offer type, we can send them different offers, if the account is working or is asleep, if how many new daily DMs they're sending, okay, what the limit is, number new DM session limit, okay, per session when they go, they send 3 and then they log off, and they switch profiles, they send 3, they switch profiles. Don't know what this is, don't know what this is, don't know what this is, okay, different account categories. And then same thing, here, Unibox. This one, for some people, prefer this. Some of the people who run this for me like this one more. Some like this one more. I personally like this one more, okay? My main head VA loves this one because this fits her workflow. She still does all this stuff for me, okay? Unibox over here, leads, all offers, replies from new leads are all here, okay? So this is who the lead is. This is the type of offer that was sent. This is if the loom was sent to them. No. Okay, this is if the follow-up is paused or not, because if someone replies, you don't continue the automatic follow-up, obviously. Okay, this is the last message that they sent, right? Hey, Edward, thank you for reaching out. Hey, hi, yes, very interested. Any more information, please? Okay, you will write your message here. This is what my VAs do now. That's the other screenshot that you saw. Okay, when I show my Telegram, it was a little snapshot of this, where they put the custom DM here, they paste it, they wait for my approval of it or of my edits, and if it's approved, they click something else and it gets sent automatically by the system. No one has to touch Instagram, okay? Or, if it has to be edited, they paste my response in again, and they just click it to send. And then next time the system logs into this account, it goes to this profile, to this lead, okay? And sends it. Ta-da! DM link, this is the Loom link. Okay, that's being sent out. This is who it's messaged from. So these systems, okay, if you want these systems, I still don't know how or if I will sell them, but if you're interested, if you're serious, like actually serious, okay, message me for pricing, t.me/EdwardAyres, my personal Telegram. Tell me, say that you want I want your IG outbound systems that you showed, okay, in this video. And for this to make sense for any of us, you have to be making at least 10K a month profit already. Okay? So that's one. All right? So one is that we can automate all this outbound, all this outreach across as many accounts as you want. And we have different offers running and all of this. So you can plug in thousands of accounts. Okay? And they all work, and all this stuff is being updated daily by our developers to get around Instagram updates and bans and restrictions. And the reason it's not public is so Instagram doesn't know about it, and it's all private and self-contained and will work forever. Okay, so I'm very happy. And then, okay, step two, to scaling the shit out of this, okay, first is manual scale, okay? Second is automatic, all auto systems, okay, doing all the stuff that I just showed you. Third step is you can automate the looms. Okay, so you can automate looms when your agency is making a tiny bit of money. Here's system 3. Here's my loom dashboard, and I will show this now. Okay, but look at this. All these people, they think it's personalized. So this Parfum, and this Jerky, and this Fit Nursery, and this Better Press Today, and this Clam MMA, whatever, this Liquid, and this, all these stores think that all these videos are personalized by me, but if you guys look closely, it's the same fucking circle video there. They're all exactly 7 minutes long. Okay, and I will, where's our loom? I'll show you right now. You can see, right? TikTok Shop. This is for the TikTok Shop offer that we're running. TikTok Shop, TikTok Shop, TikTok Shop for this person, this person, this person, this person. Okay, and the cool thing about this loom is it looks completely, absolutely real, because it has everything. Okay, and we can run literally.
Okay, what's up, guys? So
it has the countdown time. Like, this is a fully legitimate loom. Right? It has me. It has this. It has this. It's a full video. Okay.
For example, client one over here, $21,000 in 28 days on TikTok Shop with however many creators we had for them. This video for you because you expressed interest in TikTok Shop.
Hey, this guy. I made this video for you because you expressed interest. Here I am on your Instagram page. Okay, so this is also, you can automate all this, right? This all works. We also built these systems. Same thing. I don't know if this is something I'm going to sell. I'm just showing it to you guys that it's all possible. Okay, it cost us a hell of a lot of money to build this and a hell of a lot of time. So you can message me for pricing. Okay, message me on Telegram. Tell me you want the loom automation systems. Okay, and here you have to be making 20K a month minimum for it to make sense economically for you to actually have this. Okay, so that's what that is. All right, and with that, I think that's it. Hour and a half, okay, hour 40. So there you go. These are, so I did one better, right? The exact outbound system, I used to scale my agency to 100K. So all this, to be honest, like, this is what I was doing by myself to get to here. Okay? And then we got some loom makers and all this stuff to get to here. Okay? And then we got the automations, they started kicking in here. All right? So, like starting build and all this stuff. Okay? This is one person, me doing everything with some VAs. So these exact systems and me manually doing all the looms every single day and doing the sales calls and selling people and closing them, fulfilling all this stuff. Okay? This is me getting out of making the looms and hiring loom makers who would make looms for me, and we would track their statistics. Okay? For example, somewhere. Oh. Anyway. Okay, whatever. Maybe it's another sheet. But yeah, and you have to track stats of your loom makers to make sure they're doing at least, like, everyone who you hire under you to do work that you've done, you can't expect them to be more than 80% as good as you. That's the topmost expectation. Okay, so my loom makers were doing around, I don't know, 21, 22% of viewed loom to booking rate, and I was doing around 25. That's all fine. That's all normal. Okay. But yeah, these are the systems, right? This is what I use to scale my agency to 100K months. You can use it too right now. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna end the video there. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it was long. It's the longest single video I've ever made, I think. But there you go. Hope this is worth it. Okay. Cheers and good luck. So I realized I forgot to throw this in to the training. So I'm going to show these systems live, the mass DM systems. So here is number one, the first system that I showed you guys. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, so we have leads. Sorry, we have accounts. Accounts. I want to show you guys accounts. Here we go. If you look at this page, there's at least 1,800 accounts plugged in. Right, there you go, and the status of them and all of this, and this number is wrong, which is why it was crossed out, and it just doesn't get updated for some reason. And then the Unibox here, you can see, right, for people that are saying this, and this person says something funny, respect the hustle, sending out mass blind, Instagram takes time. They don't know that software's doing it for us. Okay, Loom Unibox, this is for people who request a Loom or whatever, or we send them out, and there's more stuff going on, but this is just the ones that the VAs haven't gone through yet, or the team hasn't gone through. So we got Unibox here. Well, let me move me as well. Got Unibox here. So you can see all the replies from different people. Interested, not interested, interested, not interested, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And we have our accounts plugged in. And again, here there's at least 1,800, 1,846. Right, and the type of account and all of this stuff, whether they're active or not. Okay, so that's system one. And then system two over here is, let's go to accounts, active accounts. Here, 73 on this one. Right, profile name, etc., ID. And then let's see, you even have the banned profiles, right, ones that got restricted, and other stuff, captcha warning, right, etc., etc. If we go to leads here, replies low priority, replies checked off, replies for Gemma or head VA, interest and status waiting to, like this is a Unibox, but it's organized even more granular. But you can see that what's going on, and today is 11/17, so November 17th. Last reply, date, last DM, date, time, right, message, right, and then approve for the message that we're going to send, and then approve it by check it. This is when someone like a VA writes a message here, then they send it to me. If I approve it, they just check this, and the message gets sent. Next time the system logs into this account, Eddie adds, talks, and sends the grounding routes, for example. All right, so this is replies for her to check, head VA. Right. This is, and all of this is real time. Obviously, what's going on here? Waiting for Loom. I guess these are all old. Yep, because I didn't make Looms for them because they were shitty. Replies checked off. Main. But yeah, so there you go. This is a more modular Unibox system, which I guess that's why my head VA prefers it. And we have different VPSs too. VPS 1, we're going to get to VPS 2. That's how this system runs. So yeah, this is system 2, live, running, real time. And this is system 1, also live, running, real time. So there you go, as you guys know. And this is just blocking it so you don't see the URL that it's on. Okay, so there you go. Cheers. Okay, one more thing I want to show you guys again live, the Loom automation maker. You can see they're all being made. There's me, there's me, there's me. They're all 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes. Same formatting, TikTok shop for username, and then the date, November 16th. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. All right, keep going, November 15th. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Anyway, just want to show you this quickly. So you see that it is live, and then every once in a while there's a Loom that I actually make, like this one. Right? Or this one.